welcome back to Edu Skills. OET made easy. Our mission is to make you fall in love with OET. If you're watching this on YouTube, kindly consider subscribing channel, give us a thumbs up if you like our work, and share this video to your contacts so that we reach out to maximum number of OET aspirants, especially those who are financially struggling to crack OET. All these services at Edu Skills are free of cost. Okay, keep smiling. And today we are looking into beautiful reading part C, the latest sample 5. Text 1. We have already completed text 2. We'll be going with text 1. Okay, shall we begin?
Yes. Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
OET reading part C, sample 5, text 1, planning for the future. This is not a beginner session, a bit advanced, but then definitely beginners will also understand certain things. So I am not going to speak about the basic things. And planning for the future, you know, the first method, if you have not seen, please go to the EduSkills OET YouTube channel. You will find an explanation about first method of reading, where you can find even from the planning for the future, from the name itself, you can have an idea about the whole text without reading the text. Sample 5, question 7.
7. What is the writer's reaction to Professor Winston's strategy? A. He approves of the idea behind it. B. He is surprised by the theory it is based on. C. He worries about the implications it may have. D. He is disappointed by the narrowness of its focus. The esteemed clinician scientist Professor Robert Winston sparked debate recently. He avoids hiring graduates who have achieved high first-class degrees to work in his laboratories, he said, because experience has taught him that they are less likely to be well-rounded and good team players. Many hard-working and gifted students may feel aggrieved by his approach, but it is refreshing to see public acknowledgement that recruitment strategies must assess more than just academic ability. A similar debate has also resurfaced about medical school admissions, with senior clinicians and medical educators reiterating the need for a holistic application system to identify the most promising future doctors.
Okay. Beginners, those who are not familiar with the system, you may not unmute, but then others can unmute and speak, interact. Now, let's go to the question stem. What is important?
Reaction.
Yeah, right. There's a reaction. Reaction is important. So you have to look for reaction of the writer. What does he react? How does he react? So here in the options, what are the hedging words?
Approve.
Approves. Okay, approves.
Surprise.
Surprised.
Worries. Disappointed.
Worried.
Disappointed. Worries.
Yeah, if you remember, I have done a lot of things on this about reading for emotions. You should read for emotions. I have done a lot of questions on that. And repeatedly it appears, and you should know that strategy how to find out the answer. He approves of the idea. He is surprised by the theory it is based on. He worries about the implications it may have. He is disappointed by the narrowness of its focus. Do you have any strategy in the text as you listen to?
Name.
Name, okay. Okay, name is there. Winston, okay. Name, you have to select name as a strategy only if it is there in the question statement. Okay, otherwise you need not select it. Now it is there in the question statement. Okay. Any other strategy?
But.
Okay, but what is it?
Contrast.
Okay, contrast word. The theory, the strategy says the answer must be after the contrast word, right?
Yes, sir.
If there is a contrast word, there are two opinions or two concepts given. First part, they give a concept, and a contradictory concept will be given in the second part. So, but it is refreshing to see public acknowledgement that recruitment strategy is much as more than just academic. It is refreshing to see. Does it approve or disapprove?
Approve.
It's refreshing to see. Means it is refreshing to see that you are all practicing well, which means I am approving, right?
Yes, Father.
Again, reiterating the need for a holistic application. So the esteemed clinician scientist Professor Robert Winston sparked debate recently. He avoids hiring graduates who have achieved high first-class degrees to work in his laboratories. He said because experience has taught him that they are less likely to be well-rounded and good team players. Many hardworking and gifted students may feel aggrieved by his approach. Who feel aggrieved? Hardworking, gifted students, not the writer. See the difference. They will confuse you. You may feel he worries about. They are plural. Hardworking students are worried, but not the writer. Writer's reaction is being asked here. But though many feel aggrieved, or many students are aggrieved, the author, but it is refreshing to see public acknowledgement that recruitment strategies must assess more than just the academic ability. He is approving. When you recruit people, how should you recruit them? Just looking at the certificates? No. Now, new strategy says maybe your certificate will give you out of 100 just 30 marks. Then you have to look into your skills, various other skills in the recruitment process. So that's a sudden, surprising change they have brought in. And the author approves it, saying that it's really refreshing to see. Okay, it's nice to see, which means it's really nice, which means I'm approving. The writer is approving. Is that clear?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Shall we go to the next one? So, I have given you various examples on, maybe you can, if you're watching this on YouTube, we can just pause and look into these examples and do them. See here, what are the edging words? See, Anand feels, feeling again. Anand feels annoyed, concerned, surprised, frustrated. Don't do now, you can do it later, even those who are watching on. This is called as reading for emotions. Or one more example here. See what Dr. Longo feels, again, feels. So here, annoyed,
Concerned.
concerned,
Surprised.
surprised,
Frustrated.
frustrated. See, different questions, but the same strategy, same method. So what you need to do is, for example, in this present example that I've seen, you have to write down each option, answer option, when you practice. And first one is the correct one. You have to ask why he is surprised by the theory it is based on. Is there any similar sentence? Or he worries. Here you see many hardworking gifted students may feel aggrieved. They worry, students worry. So how do they confuse you? See the singular, writer is singular, but the many students is plural. Somebody said many is a strategy, but it helps you to rule out or eliminate option C. He is disappointed by the narrowness of its focus. That's also not the option. So you have to write down. In the beginner session, we explain all these things, but you have to write down and understand if there is something that is opposite to it or not given, or there is a change in the meaning, you'll have to identify those things. Okay, that will be cool. These two you can pause and check out. Just do this. And I have uploaded the video explaining these things. You can go and watch them on YouTube, where you will find in thumbnail reading for emotions. This is for your homework. And we move to sample 5 question 8. So as usual, listen, okay, and read along, looking at the script. And much more important
The
is
writer's purpose in the second paragraph is to highlight A. The personal qualities needed for a career in medicine. B. The difficulty of knowing which specialty fits each personality best. C. The extensive choice of career options open to medical graduates. D. The challenge of assessing candidates' suitability for a medical career. A prevailing problem is how to decide on a uniform description of the trades that should be sought in the doctors of tomorrow. After all, graduates from medical school are expected to go on to pursue careers in specialties as diverse as neurosurgery, dermatology, and microbiology. Clearly, these require different skills and personality types. So, can one single recruitment strategy identify a generic set of desirable traits for all future doctors?
Okay, coming to the question stem. What is edging word? Earlier it was writers reaction. Here it is writers. So yeah, these are the important things. These are the only certain criteria that they use in all the texts. So understand the difference between reaction and what you call reading emotion questions, purpose questions, about questions. Okay, and second paragraph, if there are beginners, always see that you, before you do start solving the problems, first number the paragraphs. Yeah. The writer's purpose is to highlight. To highlight what? Okay. Let's check what he wants to highlight. Okay. Coming to the answer options. A, the personal qualities. Yeah. You know, which speciality? Career options. No? The challenge of
Assessing candidates.
assessing candidates. Assessing candidates. So, did you get any idea?
First, topic-based answers, topic sentence.
Okay, what is per topic sentence saying? Read this also. Is there a similarity between topic sentence and this one?
The assessing candidates suitability for a medical career.
Challenge.
Challenge. Challenge is
Yeah.
equivalent of problem.
Saying requirement, requesting a requirement strategy identified.
Okay, assessing candidates.
For
Decide.
doctors tomorrow.
Doctors tomorrow. Medical career.
Yes, sir.
Future doctors.
Okay. Then here, so can one single recruitment strategy identify a generic set of desirable traits for all future doctors? Does it speak anything about personal quality?
No further.
No, father.
No.
If they have good personal quality also, they can't.
After all,
The
graduates
previous
from medical
sentence.
school are expected to go on to pursue careers in specialities as diverse as neurosurgery, dermatology, and microbiology. Clearly, these require different skills and personality types. Different
So one single
skills and
strategy.
so can
Difficult.
one single recruitment strategy identify a generic set of desirable traits for all future doctors? A prevailing problem is how to decide on a uniform description of the traits that should be sought in the doctors of tomorrow.
D for the
Okay.
Father D.
Yes.
medical career.
Assessing candidates. The challenge of assessing candidate suitability for a medical career. A prevailing problem is how to decide on a uniform description of the traits that should be sought in the doctors of tomorrow. Medical career, doctors of tomorrow. So you have to write down these things and understand this is the D option is the paraphrasing of the topic sentence, which is also repeated in a interrogative manner in the last sentence. Beginners, if you find it difficult, don't worry. You'll get the easier sessions as your batch begins. This is an advanced session. These people understand this. That's why we are not going into further details. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Because the text doesn't speak about anything about the personal qualities needed for a career in medicine. It's not explaining the personal qualities. You should be loving. You should be humble. He should be polite. No. Those are the personal qualities, right? It's not.
Yes,
The text doesn't speak anything. The difficulty of knowing which specialty fits each personality best. They are not comparing personalities and specialty or specialties. Here, specialties is mentioned. After all, graduates from medical school are expected to go on to pursue careers in specialties as diverse. Means different specialties they have to pursue. So the extensive choice of career options open to medical graduates. Career options means job possibilities. Employment possibilities. This text doesn't speak about employment possibilities at all. It doesn't say you can work in UK or you can work in district hospitals or other primary health centers, nothing of that sort. Hope that is clear for you. Write down like this, the challenge of assessing candidate suitability for a medical career. And this is the topic sentence. And it is the concluding sentence. If you remember the second type of paragraph. Okay, topic sentence. The main sentence in the beginning of the paragraph and concluding at the end of the sentence, same meaning is paraphrased. A generic set of desirable traits for all future doctors. All future doctors means medical career, not for one doctor. Medical career means for all the doctors. Medical career is not for one or two, it's for all the doctors. Shall I proceed?
And
Yes,
further.
father.
Okay, sample 5, question 9. Listen and read along.
9. What does the word them in the third paragraph refer to? A. People applying for places at medical school. B. Aspects of medical school applicants' personalities. C. Documents relating to applications for medical school. D. Grades which applicants are likely to achieve at medical school. Boston University Medical School is confident that this is possible, using applicants' interviews, essays and letters of reference to identify evidence of service engagement, cultural sensitivity and emotional resilience. They attempt to match universally important traits with elements of applicant data that reveal or predict them.
This is what type of question?
Lexical question.
Lexical question. What does the word them in the third paragraph refer to? Them means what? Who are they? Them. What are the hedging words here?
People.
People
Okay.
applying.
Medical school applicant.
Yes.
Documents. Document. Grades.
Documents.
Grades. Then grades.
Does it speak anything about grades?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Them. Yes, we see. Using applicants' interviews, the essays,
Letters.
and letters of reference to identify evidence of service engagement, cultural sensitivity and emotional resilience. They attempt to match universally important traits with elements of applicant data that reveal or predict them. Predict whom?
The
Medical school applicants.
Applicants.
Predict whom? Aspects of medical school applicants' personalities. Are these aspects of medical school personalities reference to identify evidence of service engagement, cultural sensitivity, and emotional resilience? They attempt to match universally important traits with the elements of applicant data that reveal them or predict them.
Medical school applicants.
aspects.
How do you justify your answer? They are asking what does this them
Element.
refer to? Details given in the application help to reveal them or their predict about them. Them means who?
Medical school applicant.
Medical school applicants.
Yes.
So B is the answer. See, people applying for places at a medical school. That doesn't mean anything, right? Do you apply for places in medical school? And them doesn't refer, them means, documents relating to applicants for medical school. Application relating to applications for medical school, but they are not speaking about documents relating to, but they are speaking about applicant data as the documents. Applications as the documents, not documents relating to applications for medical school. Do you see the difference?
Yes, Father.
And grades which applicants are likely to achieve at medical school. They don't speak anything about grades in this very, very small text. I have made it very big so that you can see it easily. It's a very small text with how many sentences? Only 2 sentences. So easy and simple. Only thing you have to read it again, write down until you understand, you dig out the possibilities. Okay. You have to write down what is people, all these things. And this is very clear medical school applicants. I'm going to question number 10. Listen and read along.
10. The fourth paragraph focuses on the A. Predicted lack of qualified medical professionals in the UK. B. Reasons why fewer doctors are choosing to go into general practice. C. Ways to ensure the demand for certain medical professionals is met. D. Need to maintain a broad range of specialties in the medical workforce. The medical workforce, meanwhile, continues to evolve in response to the changing demographics and health needs of the population. The Centre for Workforce Intelligence is the UK authority on workforce planning and development and has recommended that reductions are needed in specialties such as general surgery, obstetrics and gynecology, and anesthesia, and that increases in training posts for general practice should continue.
Okay, the fourth paragraph. What is the question stem?
Focuses.
Hedging word?
Focuses.
Focus. Yeah, focus is the hedging word. What does it focus on? What does it focus on? The topic sentence is here. Topic sentence. Does it speak anything? Maybe you can just strike out these things. It's not required.
Evolve in response.
See, ignore the whatever between commas. The medical workforce continues to evolve in response to the changing demographics and health needs of the population. If you don't understand changing it about like this, just read the medical workforce continues to evolve in response to the health needs. No, I'm just trying to make you understand simple. Sometimes if you don't understand, try to avoid certain things and read. Okay. See, the medical workforce continues to evolve in response to the health needs of the population. Do you have any similar option? Health needs?
C. C.
C is answer.
Yeah. Demand for
Demands.
certain medical profession is met.
Is met.
Okay. Demand. Demand is?
Need.
C
Demand.
Population.
Yeah, needs of the population and of certain medical professionals is met. Okay, here it is prediction. First one speaks about prediction, speculation. But here the very topic sentence begins with the continuous, it's a present tense. Whereas first thing, option A is predicting means future. Okay, future tense.
Yes,
So that cannot be the predicted means,
past.
predict means speculate.
Future.
Past.
Yeah, future. That cannot be the answer because this is speaking
Predicted.
about the present. The whole paragraph is speaking about the present. The Center for Workforce Intelligence is the UK Authority on Workforce Planning and Development has recommended that reductions are needed in specialties such as general surgery, obstetrics, and gynecology and anesthesia. And that increases in training posts for general practice should continue. See now, here it says increases in. Do you have any option? Fewer doctors. The B
Demand.
option B option says fewer, lesser doctors. But the text says increase, more, not less, more, just opposite. Any other? Yeah, reductions needed. Reductions are needed. You have maintained a broad range. Opposites, right?
Yes,
See,
Father.
option D also is opposite to what is said in the text. Even otherwise, straight away you can go. That is cool. Hope you have got it. Okay, this is how it looks. Prediction means speculation cannot be the answer. Second one is opposite. And third one is just the summary, gist of the topic sentence. And fourth one is again opposite. Okay, sample 5, question 11. We are going a little fast. Beginners don't be worried or confused. We'll get along.
11. The expression vowed to tackle is used to stress A commitment to a certain objective, B an unwillingness to change direction, C a reaction to some unexpected criticism, D an acknowledgement of a miscalculation. According to its analysis, an overall decrease of 167 entry-level training posts for specialties based at hospitals, and an increase of 450 in general practice training posts, would correct current imbalances. The UK Department of Health has also vowed to tackle this specialty mismatch, and has promised to make the two specialties currently under most pressure, general practice and emergency medicine, more attractive to new doctors.
So again, what type of question is it?
Lexical question.
Lexical.
Okay. Now, hedging words here in the options.
Vow to tackle.
Commitment.
Unwillingness.
Options.
Unwillingness.
Commitment.
Unwillingness.
Reaction.
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 And acknowledgement.
And acknowledgement. And you don't require anything if you have bit competency. I am vowed to tackle OET. I am vowed to tackle OET means what?
Commitment.
Committed. I am committed. I am vowed to see that everybody passes in your exam. Means committed. Commitment to. VOW. You know, vow means make a promise. Or take a vow means make a promise. Means it can never be unwillingness. It's not a reaction. It's not acknowledgement, but it is making a promise or with a future impact. Something that with a future impact. I am committed to do something. You can just directly understand from the word itself or the phrase itself. If you have the competency, otherwise gradually as you practice, you will gain competency. I think you don't require more explanation on that, right? Shall we go on?
Yes, Father.
Listen and read.
12. What point does the writer make about superspecialization? A. Clinicians have little opportunity to develop certain valuable skills. B. Generalist practitioners are having to deal with an increasing workload. C. Specialists may be unaware of work carried out in other branches of medicine. D. Some specialties attract clinicians with less interest in direct contact with patients. With increasing superspecialization, practitioners in secondary care disciplines tend to be world experts in narrow clinical areas. They may be enticed by the glamour of academia, but they often interact with relatively few patients during their careers. Generalists, meanwhile, have a far greater volume of clinical interactions and form relationships with countless patients. This has a different type of glamour, related to the unique opportunity to share everyday patient experiences. Indeed, the best general practitioners are invariably those who have mastered their unit of clinical interaction, the consultation, the very human skills of dealing with uncertainty, discussing patients' rational and irrational concerns, and developing trust, are vital to maintaining high quality care in general practice.
Okay, if you remember, this is a comparison and contrast type of text, and they are asking what point about.
Super specialization.
Yeah, this can be titled as about question, about super specialization. Whenever they ask something of that sort, understand there are different things. There are one or more things, and they are asking it, making you to understand, or they are testing your competency to analyze and distinguish between two things. Here in the answer options, what are the hedging words?
Clinician.
Clinician.
Clinicians, clinicians,
General practitioners.
generalists,
Practitioner.
okay, generalists,
Specialist.
then specialists,
Subspecialist.
subspecialists,
Specialty.
specialties. So this is about generalists, this
Specialties.
is about specialty, this is about some specialities. But they are speaking what point is made about super specialization. Super specialization.
Specialization.
With increasing super specialization, you have the topic sentence here.
Yes, Father.
Okay, this is the topic sentence. With increased super practitioners in secondary care, disciples tend to be world experts in narrow clinical areas. Narrow, little.
That's all.
Okay, they have narrow experience in or experts in narrow clinical areas, means they have little opportunity or little possibilities. They may be enticed by the glamour of academia, but they often interact with relatively few patients during their careers.
Yes.
Relatively few, but the contrast is there. Contrast word, after there is a different idea given, which says they have little opportunity to develop valuable skills. They're relatively few patients.
Few patients.
During their
And there is a comparison, Next comes a generalist. Next comes generalist. But we are not asked about generalists. We are asked about super specialization. So whatever they say about generalists are not applicable here at all. So now they are going to speak or explain about generalists and tell them these people have a lot of chances, like see here, have a far greater volume of clinical interactions and from relationships with the countless patients. They have a lot of opportunities to develop their skills. What are the skills? The type of glamour related to the unique opportunity to share everyday patients. Indeed, the best general practitioners are, again, you see, general practitioners.
Yes,
Okay,
Father.
they are speaking about general practitioners are invariably those who have mastered their unit of clinical interaction. See the valuable skills they are speaking. Master their unit of clinical interaction, the consultation. The very human skills of dealing with uncertainty, discussing patients' rational and irrational concerns, and developing trust are vital to maintaining high quality care in general practice. All these are, what are these?
General practitioner.
All these are valuable
Contact
skills, but of general practitioners. Whereas these people have little opportunity to develop certain valuable skills. Generalists, meanwhile, have a far greater volume of clinical interactions. Generalists have a lot of far wide opportunities, whereas clinicians have little opportunity to develop certain valuable skills. They are speaking about super specialization, nothing else. It's here in the topic sentence itself. These are called also topic sentence based questions. In secondary care disciplines tend to be world experts in narrow clinical areas. Narrow clinical areas, which means have little opportunity to develop certain valuable clinical skills. Is that clear? So the whole part, second part is required only to understand. If you don't get the answer from the topic sentence, You need to understand reading the second portion, which is not relevant for the answer, because they are speaking about generalists, not about super specialization. Okay. See here, super specialization, they speak narrow clinical areas, relatively few patients. They interact with relatively few patients, which means they have very little opportunity to develop certain valuable skills like consultation skills, interaction skills, understanding and discussing patients' concerns, all those things. Is it okay?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yeah. Yes. So make a differentiation. When they ask about a particular thing, understand there are certain different things. So you have to differentiate between them. So next one is 13. Do you have stamina to go on?
Yes, Father.
Yes, sir,
Yes, Father.
please.
Okay, come on now.
Yes.
Yeah, listen and read and understand.
13. In the sixth paragraph, the writer says that medical schools should, A, ensure that academic standards remain a priority, B, encourage graduates to become general practitioners, C, teach students how to build relationships with patients, D, favor applicants who possess good interpersonal skills. Perhaps the best way to attract doctors to this discipline is therefore to encourage the selection of future clinicians who are likely to have these traits in the first place. Although Boston University Medical School's admissions system may not be perfect, its innovation shows that, with more time and thought, medical school recruitment can be improved and made more holistic. It seems obvious that medical school admissions systems should be guided by workforce requirements. Naturally, intellectual achievements will always be important, and the pace of modern evidence-based medicine certainly demands bright and inquisitive minds. However, the problems of multimorbidity and an aging population are very real, and there can be little doubt that future health systems will require well-rounded generalists who have the skills to deal with presentations across the biopsychosocial spectrum.
So sixth paragraph, writer says, again writer's opinion,
Yes, Father.
that medical school should
Should.
do something.
Should.
This ensure, first one says ensure. What is the synonym of ensure in the model verb?
Must.
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 So it is should here, and the option speaks must. So that
Must.
can be eliminated there itself. Should is not must, right?
Yes.
Ensure means must. Ensure that academic
Requires.
standards remain a priority. Then encourage graduates to become general practitioners. Now let's encourage and let's check this topic sentence. What is the topic sentence? Perhaps the best way to attract doctors to this discipline is therefore to encourage the selection of future clinicians who are likely to have these traits in the first place. Best way.
Encourage.
Traits you have anywhere, do you have these traits? In any option
Possess.
do you have possess?
Interpersonal skills.
Yeah, interpersonal
Yes.
skills. These traits, interpersonal
Interpersonal
skills. Okay. Possess. Possess, what is it? Have. Have meant possess, right?
Yes, Father.
Favor applicants.
Like.
Encourage the selection of future clinicians who are likely to have these traits in the first place. Second one is encourage graduates to become general practitioners. This one is speaking about selection. The topic sentence is speaking about selection based on the interpersonal skills, which we were speaking even in the previous sentence. That's why I said there is a cohesion or connection interlink between text in the part C. So you should be thinking in connection with each students. Is there some problem? Each students.
This
Each
is absolute.
each student or each students.
Student.
Each student.
So it's grammatically wrong, right?
Grammatically incorrect.
Yes.
So grammatically wrong can be eliminated.
Eliminated.
And again, it doesn't go with the stem. You see, writer says that medical school should teach students. Should teach students doesn't go. It's not the complete sentence. Okay, so that way also you can eliminate the second one. Does it speak anything about general practitioners?
No, sir.
No. So this is not given.
No.
This is not given. So ultimately you have favor applicants who possess good interpersonal skills. That is the answer. Perhaps the best way to attract doctors to this discipline is therefore to encourage the selection of future clinicians who are likely to have these traits in the first place. These traits, which is mentioned in the previous paragraph, which I have read, these traits means interpersonal skills, consultation, responding to the patients, and irrational things, all those things, interaction with the patients. Those are interpersonal skills. Is that clear?
Yes, for that.
So we go to the last one.
14. What does the writer suggest about the UK Department of Health in the final paragraph? A. It underestimates the scale of the challenge. B. Its approach to solving the problem is misguided. C. Its grasp of the population's healthcare needs is limited. D. It has misunderstood the underlying causes of the situation. A holistic admissions process is likely to facilitate the recruitment of suitably skilled people who will appreciate the satisfaction of a lifetime building human relationships. So, perhaps instead of coercing existing doctors towards facing the generalist challenges, the UK Department of Health would be better advised to invest in the medical school admissions process and re-evaluate recruitment to the profession altogether.
Now, writer suggests.
Suggest.
Write suggestion or opinion.
Opinion.
Okay. And there is name UK Department of Health,
UK Department of Health.
which says if the question stem gives the name, you have to immediately go to the
Department.
name in the text. UK Department of Health would be better advised to invest in the medical school admissions process and re-evaluate recruitment to the profession altogether. Any similarity to any of these options? Does the writer say UK Department of Health understands the scale of the challenge?
Sir, it's approach to solving the problem.
Yeah. Its approach to solving
Better
problem is
approach.
misguided. Because it is saying, see, instead of, it says before that, in this sentence, it says, instead of coercing existing doctors towards facing the generalist challenges, the UK Department of Health would be better advised. Be better advised. It means you are not doing correctly. Be better advised to invest in the medical school admissions process and re-evaluate recruitment to the profession altogether. Re-evaluate means you have to evaluate again. You have to think about it. Means you are misguided. Its approach to solving the problem is misguided. The way you are approaching now is not right. And it doesn't speak anything about population's healthcare, does it?
No, sir.
It doesn't speak. And it has misunderstood the underlying cause of the situation. It doesn't speak anything about the causes, cause and effect. It underestimates the scale of the challenge. It doesn't say about the scale of the challenge, huge challenge or difficult challenge, and nothing is mentioned. So ultimately, its approach to solving the problem is misguided. The meaning of this sentence here, this area, is saying its approach to solving the problem is misguided. So it says instead of doing this, do that, which means what you are doing is not correct. Do you get it? Instead of coercing existing doctors, be advised invest in the medical school admissions. Instead of trying to make what doctors are there, train them or do them better, at least select the best ones next time. Select the people with interpersonal skills. Is that cool?
Yes.
Yeah, you have
sir.
to write down this question stem and the correct option and the sentence which I have highlighted here in the notebook and try to understand, write in your own way, summarize this sentence in the text, the answer sentence in your own words and try to see the similarity between the answer option and the text given in the paragraph. Then definitely you will benefit. I think that is done. Yes, so the first text is done. Cool.